In this world, people often push you to share your problems under the guise of being supportive or helpful. But you need to be aware. That's a trap. Exposing your pain is like bleeding in front of a shark. The more you reveal, the more they want to hurt you. They smell that vulnerability, that weakness, and for some, it's an invitation to exploit it. This doesn't happen every time, and not with everyone, but it's far too common. People will often take pleasure in your suffering, using your pain to boost their own sense of self-worth or to cover up their own insecurity. Some might hide this behind a facade of sympathy, but make no mistake, that sympathy is often fake. While their words may seem comforting, their true feelings lie in the shadow. Think about it when your business fails, when that dream you poured your blood, sweat, and tears into crumbles. You might naturally express your despair openly. It's human to want to vent, to share the load of disappointment. And sure enough, people will come up to you offering pats on the back, giving you the class, "I'm so sorry to hear that," pretending to feel sorry for you. They'll act like they're on your side, but deep down they're prying for details, wanting to know everything that went wrong so they can later use it against you. They're waiting for the chance to humiliate you when you're not looking, maybe even telling others how clumsy or foolish you were, how you made the wrong decisions and let everything slip through your fingers. They make your failure into a cautionary tale, or casting you as the fool who... When your girlfriend cheats on you, people might tell you that what she did was wrong. They'll assure you that you're better off without her, that you deserve someone better. But here's the catch. Behind your back, your misfortune becomes the talk of the town. Your heartbreak turns into a kind of joke. And before you know it, your personal tragedies is reduced to gossip. They'll laugh at your expense, turning your deepest emotional wounds into a spectacle for their own amusement. You might start to wonder, why would people behave this way? Why would they derive pleasure from someone else's suffering? It's so simple. Really, they need to feel superior to you. They need to believe that they're better, that they're stronger, that they're above your struggles. Your pain gives them a twisted sense of satisfaction, a temporary high where they just feel powerful. By comparison, it's almost like feeding off your misery. Like pride, it's like vultures circling their prey, waiting for the moment they can pick at your remains. But here's the thing. Why? When you show that nothing gets to you, when you refuse to let their comments, their judgments, or their expectations penetrate your armor, you strip them of that power. You render their efforts meaningless. When you stop showing your weak spots, when you no longer allow them to see your vulnerabilities, they lose their grip over you. This can become your strength, and it's one of the most powerful lessons you can learn. Being unbothered isn't about suppressing your emotion. In this video, I'm going to show you how to become the man who's truly unbothered. The kind of man who can navigate life with strength and resilience. Number one, without letting the noise of the world shake you. In today's world, men have become notorious for talking more than women. Why? A surprising shift from traditional stereotypes. And often this over-talking is rooted in insecurity. Men talk to cover up their weaknesses, to distract others from seeing their flaws. So they think that if they just keep the conversation going, if they dominate the room, no one will notice their cracks. But let's be honest, it's pathetic. Anyone can see through the man who talks excessively. They see him for what he is, desperate for validation. But the man who keeps his silence, now that man is a mystery. He doesn't need to fill the air with words because he's secure in himself. He knows that silence can speak volume. A silent man not only gives off the impression that he's unbothered, but he also commands respect when he finally does speak. People stop and listen because they know that his words carry so weight. The truth is, individuals like this are rare. Most people crave attention, importance, and the feeling of being heard. That's why they spout off without even considering the consequences. Speaking on autopilot, spilling words without thought, saying whatever comes to mind just to be part of the conversation. But here's the thing. The tongue is like a wild beast that so few can control. Taming your tongue isn't as hard as it might seem. In fact, it's quite simple. Get comfortable with silence. Whether you're deep in thought or simply have nothing to say, allow there to be silence. Don't feel the need to fill the space just because it's uncomfortable for others. Their discomfort isn't always your problem. Always think twice. Number 2, keep real people close. Life is full of challenges, and no one is immune to hardship. But facing those challenges becomes much easier when you have the right people by your side. Now, I'm not talking about having a huge circle of friends. Quantity doesn't matter here. What matters is the quality of the people in your life. You only need 1 or 2 people you can trust completely. People who have your back no matter what. These are the ones you can confide in, the ones you can cry in front of if needed without feeling weak or exposed. This small inner circle is crucial. To the outside world, you'll appear calm, collected, and in control. People won't see the struggles you're working through because those struggles are handled in private. Number 3, true wealth lies in contentment of the soul. We live in a society that's obsessed with material wealth. Everyone is chasing after money, power, and success. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to achieve financial stability, it's important to recognize that true wealth really doesn't come from a bank account. True wealth is when your soul is content, when you're at peace with who you are and where you are.